Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Enrique Melendez, and I'm the Honorary Consul of the Republic of El Salvador. And prior to my introduction of a great lady, I want to take a point of personal privilege. For any of you that have received an email saying some untruths, I want to make sure you understand they're unbased. And I have been a Republican since 1966, when I was privileged to take the oath of allegiance to the United States of America. I'm here tonight to introduce to you a great lady, a friend of mine, Senator Michele Reagan. And Reagan is a good name for me because in 1982, I worked for a company called Atlantic Richfield in Los Angeles, and I had a message from a gentleman by the name of Michael Deaver, who was at that time Assistant Chief of Staff to President Reagan. And he said, Enrique, you have been nominated as one of the top 20 Hispanics in the country. Thank you, sir. And I said, well, I don't deserve this. And then the Secret Service checked me out and so forth. And sure enough, I went back to the White House and I was decorated by President Ronald Reagan in the Oval Office. It had to be clearly one of the best moments of my life. He sat me down and the Secret Service said, you got 3 minutes. And he said, you know, I sure miss Santa Barbara, Montecito, riding my horses and cutting wood. I really don't like this D.C. stuff. I just had an argument yesterday with Speaker Tip O'Neill when I invited him to dinner. We broke bread, had drinks, and back to work again. I wish we had that today in Washington. You know, the other thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that this campaign will be based on grassroots. And when I was in Los Angeles, the Association of the Blind called me because there were some Republicans that were running for city council in LA. And they made 10,000 of these little bags full of seeds. And it says, grassroots are the key to the future. And I think that this campaign will be about grassroots. And now what I like to do is have Michele come up here. Senator Reagan, as a proof that I was indeed decorated by President Reagan, I'm going to give you a picture that they took from 1982. And with that, I just want to wish you the very best of luck. You have a good group of people here. We're going to win because we're going to go back to the grassroots.
They're in the middle.
And once again, it's my honor to introduce Senator Michael Reagan, Michele Reagan.
Well, this is fabulous, and I always say that I don't really care if people can remember my first name as long as they remember my last name, right? Oh, thank you, everybody, for being with me tonight. I'm so grateful. This is such a wonderful, fantastic, big crowd of amazing people in our community. And I know that it seems like 2014 is far away, and the elections are probably the last thing on a lot of people's minds. So I really thank you for your support and for showing your support early. That means a lot to me, and it means a lot to our campaign. This is a very special night for me, and it's special because I'm going to take the next step in my journey. Today at 11:15 a.m., I made it official that I will be, that I am an official candidate for Arizona Secretary of State. And I know some of you thought that perhaps I'd be running for mine inspector, and that would be the big announcement tonight. I'm pretty sure I would do okay as mine inspector, but I am positive that I will make a great Secretary of State. It is critically important for me to point out that tonight isn't just about me. It's about all of you too. It's about all of us. It's about changing the tone and the civility and the dialogue. It's about passing the torch to a new generation of leadership. I've practically grown up, well, politically speaking, in front of most of you here tonight. When I first got involved in the Young Republicans nearly 2 decades ago, I never would have imagined that so many of my friends and fellow Young Republicans would still be involved in politics. People like Phoenix City Councilman Bill Gates, Councilman Jim Waring, Corporation Commissioner Bob Stump, Dean Martin, Senator Adam Driggs. We all started together, and I am so proud as I watch them rise in prominence and watch them serve our communities, and as a result, watch them become the voice of the next generation in public service. This upcoming election is about all of us. Those who have risen up through the ranks and served. And by served, I don't just mean public office. Served through community involvement. Served by growing or starting a business. And it hasn't always been easy. We have witnessed and lived through the greatest economic crisis of our generation. But I believe that we've all come out of it better and stronger and more resilient, and that we believe that our best days are still ahead. I'm continually inspired by the work and perseverance of so many of you. Entrepreneurs, business owners, educators, family members, friends. You continue to believe in our state. I'm particularly inspired by strong young women in Arizona that work hard, take risks, and still somehow seem to balance work and family. One of those women is my friend Margaret Dunn. And Margaret, I saw you somewhere earlier. Margaret started out her business when she was only 20 years old. A small transportation company. And she worked hard and persevered through adversity. Most of you simply know Margaret as Ollie the Trolley. Well, Ollie today has almost 50 employees and is the leading transportation provider in Scottsdale. And she's not alone. There are so many other fabulous people out there and in our state. Kimber Lanning, who I know is on her way here. Kimber is the founder and architect of Local First Arizona. Local Arizona is the leading advocacy group for promoting our local businesses. And Kimber is another shining star and a big force to be reckoned with if you've ever met her. She started Local First in the back room of her record store called Stinkweeds 11 years ago. And today, Local First has over 2,400 business members and is a model that other states are trying to emulate. So you see, my candidacy isn't about me. It's only a very small part of the movement of this new generation. As most of you know, I served in the House for 8 years. 6 of those years, I was the chair of the Commerce Committee. And over those 6 years, we made huge strides in business-friendly legislation. When I moved over to the Senate, I became chair of the Economic Development Committee, and now I'm the chair of the Senate Elections Committee. And why is that important? Well, it's important because when you look at the daily job of Secretary of State, it is monitoring the state's elections and maintaining the complex business filings. When you are a new business coming to Arizona, or you're thinking of growing your business, where is one of the first places you go? Secretary of State's office. I feel that my last 11 years down at the Capitol have perfectly tailored me for this job. The two areas of law that I have really honed in on are exactly what the Secretary of State does: business development and elections. So as I said before, this campaign is about all of us, rising up through the ranks together and making Arizona the best place to start or run a business. A wonderful place to raise and educate a family, and the state that has the most secure elections in the country. I will be asking a lot of you over the next 10 months, but my promise to you is this: to give you 150% of myself, to build faith in our system of government again, and most importantly, to earn your trust. When I'm tired driving from Window Rock to Yuma, back-to-back meetings, I will remember tonight, I will think of all of you, and I will keep pressing forward. Together, in some small way, we have the ability to secure a better Arizona, and we will make a difference. I am, not yet. Again, I thank you so very much for being here tonight. I am excited. I am committed. I am determined. And I am ready to make all of you proud. Thank you so very, very much. We have Scottsdale's own jewelry designer, Amy Mack, here tonight. And I don't think we had a chance to pass out tickets, Amy, so we're going to have to just wing this. But if you would come on up here. Amy designed a piece of jewelry, and I find it very symbolic, and I'd just like to share it with you before we wrap up tonight. We actually have, are you nervous? We actually have two necklaces that we're going to be giving away, and I'm going to, that Amy Mack was kind enough to donate. But what they are is the dash, and many of you see me wear this almost every day, and you probably wonder what it is. And it's a sterling silver dash. And it signifies that it doesn't matter about the day you were born or the day you die. It's the life and the dash that you live in between. That is very symbolic to me, and I think very symbolic to our campaign. So I promise you that we will be conducting this campaign, this dash, with humility, enthusiasm, and most importantly, with respect. And so we will be giving away 2 of these necklaces, and I think we're going to have to draw business cards or something in order to do it. But I would like that to serve as a reminder of our campaign kickoff, and everybody will know who the fabulous artist is. Thank you again so very much, and bring on 2014.